Hi, welcome to Seville and the launch of the 2014 version of Kawasaki's Z1000. The Z1000 has been a big hit for Kawasaki since being revamped in 2010. This model is another major update, although rumours that the new bike would be based on the ZX-10R proved wider than mark. Beneath the new bodywork, the basics of the 1043cc 4-cylinder engine and aluminium framed chassis are retained. The 16-valve engine is updated with slightly softer cam timing. The intake system has a reshaped airbox, trumpets of equal length, a new ECU and a revised exhaust system with the same distinctive silencers. Maximum output is up by 4 horsepower to 140 bhp at 10,000 rpm, with a slight increase throughout the range. Ergonomics are revised with a one-piece handlebar that's slightly lower than the old one, giving a fractionally more length-forward riding position. The new instrument panel has 2 digital rev counters, one for up to 4,000 rpm and another that takes over above that figure. On the move you rarely need to look down, such as the Z1000 engine's flexible power delivery. There's enough low rev torque to pull reasonably crisply and smoothly from as low as 2,000 rpm, even in top gear. The engine's not particularly characterful, but it has plenty of mid-range and throttle response is excellent. There's no ride-by-wide or choice of riding modes, and I can't say I missed them, although the lack of traction control is a bit surprising, given that the updated Z1000 SX Sports Tourer, which uses the same engine, has a good traction control system. The motor's smooth up near its red line at 11,300 rpm, and the 6-speed gearbox is very slick. Top speed's about 150 miles an hour, but realistically the cruising speed's whatever your neck muscles can stand, because there's even less wind protection than you get from most naked bikes. Chassis updates are mainly aimed at making the bike sportier. Front suspension is updated with Showa's big piston forks, adjustable via screws on their tops. Rear suspension remains a horizontal monoshock, but damping rates are stiffer and the linkage is revised to reduce travel. At the start of the launch ride, the firmer suspension was noticeable for the wrong reasons, with a teeth-loosening ride over cobbles. But few streets are that bumpy, and the Z1000 coped okay with less extreme surfaces. It did so with good control too, the forks keeping the bike well balanced even under hard braking, which is uprated with bigger 310mm front discs and Tokiko monoblock calipers. They gave plenty of stopping power with minimal lever effort and good control, backed up by a very good ABS system. This is an optional extra in the UK, only on the green bike, which is slightly more expensive than the black or orange ones. So the Z1000 does a slightly better job of going fast, and it should be at least as good for everyday riding. Some new features are useful, notably the fuel tank, which is enlarged by a couple of litres to a reasonable 17 litres, good for about 130 miles. Kawasaki haven't made the engine more economical, they've just put an eco riding indicator on the dashboard to show you riding gently. The instrument panel also includes fuel consumption and remaining range, but you've still got to take a hand off the bars and press a button on the dash to toggle through the information. The patterned seat cover and colour matched pillion seat are quite neat, but the pillion seat doesn't look very comfortable and there's nothing solid to hold. Still, super naked bikes aren't bought primarily for practicality, and provided the weather's good and you're not going too far, the Z1000 is quick, handles well and it's a lot of fun. I'm not sure whether Kawasaki have done quite enough to keep up with the latest batch of super naked bikes, but the Z1000's better than ever, and if you like its aggressive looks, you'll probably love the bike.